You have to believe in yourself when no one else does. That makes you a winner right there. Venus Williams.
Yeah.
Taser.
Go!
Good job.
Give him a hand, bub.
Yeah!
So Thompson,
Yeah.
in an interview afterwards, what are your thoughts? How are you feeling about
It was
this
electrifying.
experience? It's electrifying. What do you feel like you learned from this experience?
Never, ever run. Ever. Because you won't be able to run.
So if a police officer said they were going to tase you, how would you react?
Stop and drop and be done.
No run.
No.
All right.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Tuesday Tips with me, Mr. Williams, and today we're talking about something important that will literally change the course of your day, your relationships, and even your future. It's simple. Think before you act. And I know it sounds so simple, but in the craziness of the moment when you're feeling stressed and upset or excited, stopping to think is one of the hardest things for anybody to do. I mean, we all want to react quickly, but what happens when we act without thinking? Sometimes we end up making some decisions that we regret. Trust me, I've been there before, but I'll tell you about that a little bit later. So let's break it down into these 3 easy key tips to help you slow down, think things through, and make some better choices. Tip 1, pause and consider the consequences. This may seem basic, but it's so powerful. Whenever you're about to make a decision, especially in a tough situation, take just a short moment to think, what might happen if I do this? Or what would be the best or worst possible outcome? This could be a simple pause before responding to a text, taking a break before reacting in anger, or not responding at all. By simply asking yourself what are the possible consequences can save you from a lot of hurt and regret. Tip number 2. Gather all the necessary information before deciding. Don't jump to conclusions or make decisions without knowing the full story. I was always taught to believe half of what I see and none of what I hear. When I see an event like a kid yelling in another kid's face, I know I don't know the cause or what the intentions are. Think about it. You wouldn't buy a used phone or a video game system without knowing that it works and finding out all the information about it. The same thing applies to your life decisions. Take a step back, ask yourself, do I have all the facts? I mean, whether it's resolving a conflict or making a choice about your future, you need as much information as possible. Tip number 3, reflect on past decisions to learn from them. Think about it, we all make mistakes, every single one of us. And the worst thing you can do is make the same mistake over and over and over and over again. What matters is that you learn from your mistakes, or even better, learn from other people's mistakes. Think back to a time when you made a quick decision and it didn't go the way you planned. Ask yourself, what could you have done differently? Use the lessons from past experiences to guide your future actions. Reflection is how we grow. This is one of the skills that made me so good at football when I wasn't the most athletic or strongest or fastest. I watched film every day and reflected on what I could have done better, and I visualized what I would do in the future. It's the power of your imagination. There are so many instances when I was younger where I wish I'd known and followed these 3 tips. But the last time I acted without thinking ended up with me in jail and kicked out of college. It was a few weeks before Christmas during my first year of college. I had just found out that I'd made the Dean's List, which is just the honor roll for college kids. I had just gotten off work from Walmart and was napping. My best friend and roommate woke me up and told me a few of them were going to confront a guy from a rival high school who had been talking down about us. Personally, I didn't really care or have anything against this guy, but I went along with them anyways. This was a big moment where I should have considered the consequences and gathered some more information, but I didn't. We got to this guy's dorm, and normally they are locked, but somehow that one wasn't. We walked down the hall to his room, and I saw that his bedroom door was cracked. Without warning, one of my friends burst into the room and just started beating the crap out of him. All my other friends joined in, while I was frozen in place standing outside the room. It was like sharks in a feeding frenzy. I remember a moment where the guy and I locked eyes for what seemed like forever, and his eyes begged me for help. That moment is etched in my mind forever. Once I snapped out of it, I ran out there and went back to my room. In what seemed like weeks, the police showed up a few hours later and arrested all 7 of us. I was booked, fingerprinted, and placed in a cell by myself. It was during this time where I truly began to reflect on what had happened, what could have happened, and I wished I had not been there. The police interrogated each of us separately, and me trying to be a good friend, I refused to give them any information or names. So I was charged with felony assault based on the testimony of some of my friends who told the police that I was in the middle of the fight. My mom showed up to bail me out, and we went to meet with the college dean. The dean told my mom that I was expelled from school and that he knew from the guy who got jumped that I never touched him. But my friends had implicated me, and since I refused to name any names, I was going down with them. So I had just lost my full ride scholarship, the equivalent of $20,000, and my chance at becoming a teacher. At that moment, my mom yelled at me and told me to tell it all. Once I found out my friends had lied on me, I was pretty hurt and angry, and I felt betrayed. But it taught me a valuable lesson. After that, I told the truth to the dean and to the cops, which matched the story of the guy who got jumped. My charges were dropped and I was allowed back in school, but I was on probation. There are so many lessons, guys, that you can learn in this story, but we were really just focusing on one of the most important ones. Learn from me. So guys, here's my challenge for you this week. Before you make any decision, especially in a tough or emotional situation, take a pause, think about the consequences, gather some more information, and then reflect on any similar situations that you've been through or have witnessed in the past. I mean, think about it. We can learn from our own mistakes, from movies, from TV shows, other people's mistakes, if we choose to think before we act. Remember, every action starts with a thought. Make it a good one. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. Take care, and until next time, peace.